Teddie versus Magician.
Teddie versus Magician, Lucina versus Ken. This is going to be a very volatile matchup. Both characters, I think, do decently well. I think if Ken gets in, he blows her up. But I think if Teddie spaces out, he blows him up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Teddie's prowess as a player is known for his defensive play. He's really good at whittling down Magician's, not Magician, but his player's attributes. And FD, that's a very interesting start because that's typically known as the Shoto's best start of the stage.
And with Guile's theme on the play, I think this will be a very interesting start to this set. As both, I think this is winner's side. Yep, this is winner's side.
Yeah, winner's round 1. So this should be a good set.
All right. Picking Nate. Go ahead.
Thank you. I know in the GRV, Magician has probably some decent experience in this matchup with Scrambled, another Lucina, who had a very strong season in this past year. I know he had a couple of really solid wins. Teddie, on the other hand, I don't think he has any strong Ken experience. So
well, he's about to get that IQ matchup experience right now. We're gonna get into it. Ooh, Teddie immediately goes center stage. That's a good characteristic of him. He usually stays back. But how the Magician's gonna go in a little bit harder. 2 missed dolphin slashes by Teddie to start the round, but it's not phasing him that much.
Yeah, Teddie's really looking for a reversal here, which I find really interesting when compared to his past play. He's usually a very passive player, likes to wait for the opening, just like that.
Yep, definitely something that is very good and skillful to have, where you can keep the patience. It's tough to do when a lot of characters in this game got good explosive moves, and you really just want to get them through. But Teddie understands the power of patience and what he needs to do in order to steal a stock, whether if it's something very orthodox or unorthodox.
For sure. There's that Dolphin Slash once again. I think that would be a very pivotal tool in this matchup. Magician is known for kind of going in with like those full hop nairs and those down tilts on shield, so Teddie's going to be using that to get out of a lot of situations that a lot of characters can't get out of.
Yep, and also challenging the focus punch. Teddie's got the neutral air and the Dancing Blade side special. Maybe that will go. Oh my god! You see that? And he went all the way down.
Yeah, extremely clean conversion from Magician here, and it's going to be on Teddie now to kind of even this match back up.
Teddie's taking a pause a little bit. Nice shield parry by Magician, following it up with a Hadoken punish.
And I love Magician's tempo here. You see he's not overextending in any situation here, just throwing out the Hadoken and controlling center stage. Basically telling Teddie, like, you come to me.
Yep, that's what you want to do. So a lot of the Shoto players, they really don't move, they really don't approach. It's all bait and punish, which is how they should play because their moves meant to blow you up in, and he blew him up in. Teddie is now down 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, those Dolphin Slashes, I mentioned them earlier, just kind of kicking Teddie in the butt here. He's got to slow down his gameplay. Take your grab, take your forward air. It's all good. You can kind of see that there. There it is.
All right, now you can see the slow patience play by Teddie trying to kick in, trying to see if he can get an opening, but oh no.
That was very encouraging.
Now hopefully he can let that out of his system and come back stronger than ever for game 2. This is best 2 out of 3 or best 3 out of 5?
Yeah, it's still best of 3. We'll be in best of 5 territory a couple rounds in here. I really want to see the stage selection out of Teddie here because I did not like the FD pick there. That's a really good stage for the Shotos. Maybe a small battlefield or smash up pick. Just somewhere where he can kind of just throw out his sword and force Magician to kind of respect his range.
Definitely something indeed. I think Teddie has stepped away a little bit just to take a little bit of a breather. Sometimes you really need to exercise some sort of spiritual where you lose a game really bad. I understand that completely.
And it's really admirable as well, you know, because a lot of this game is the mental aspects. We kind of all understand the situations at this point. The game's been around for 4 years, but that application and mental aspect is almost more important than the execution at a point.
Definitely, because without mentality, execution should just feel like second nature. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely something. A lot of newer players kind of struggle with trying to execute with really execution. Practicing that, you know, going in training mode, training your combos up, really just be like, okay, so if I get this in this situation, I know it's gonna hit because I practiced this situation a lot. And that's just certain things that, you know, a lot of players, top players take into account. But Magician's really taking into account the fact that Teddie's holding shield a lot. He's just smashing on it, not really doing anything. Quits the focus punch, gets a nice down tilt to upward kick combination. Let's see if he can get it.
And I like how Teddie's playing a bit more grounded here. Those down tilts are going to be very useful, but I feel like he isn't getting much off of his neutral wins. He's just kind of getting like 1 down tilt, 1 aerial. Nice side B there, but unfortunately falls out of the 4th hit.
And I feel like Teddie's doing that because he doesn't want to fall into a...
Yeah, no F smash there. That's really surprising.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fall into a focus punch trap, you know what I mean? Or let someone
Great reaction
save.
there. That should be death. No.
Oh, Just barely, however, he'll get back, try and get center stage. That Dolphin Slash is going to send Magician off stage once again. Now he loses stage control, and Teddie has to really fight for back with Hadouken, and really snaps it back and gets the first stock that he has taken on his side, and Teddie's really taking a deep breath. That default skin clutch is coming back. Now Teddie's getting something going.
Oh, yeah. And I really like Teddie's awareness on the stage controller specifically. You're seeing him do a lot of aerial movements that allows him to kind of rotate the stage on Magician. So Magician gets this comfortable stage right here where he thinks he's in control, but then Teddie just flips the stage on him, and now Magician's just subtly in the corner.
And Teddie's SDI on Ken's combos are kind of crazy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see him, he just fell out of two confirms. Uh-oh,
Back
with
here? Yeah,
focus.
Nice. That should just off the punish, so that back here just everything.
Teddie really now in control right now, he's letting his patience. This time I feel like the last game he was not really knowing what to do, but now he kind of has an idea, and this idea is leading to a great game plan.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll sacrifice some shield there.
It should be good. Oh, okay.
No, not
One for the
just
aerial,
yet.
just wants things to punish. I validate that.
Very good up tilt right there. Teddie's reaction is doing great for him at the moment right now. He's really letting him zone out, really just playing very well. Keeping Magician at around sword's length. That's what you want to do.
That's so
just like
clean
that.
right there. Yeah,
just
that's
like
down
that.
tilts. Read the low recovery because Magician behind the last time. And Teddie with, it's almost a 180 of last game basically.
Yep, it's kicking in now. He knows what to punish, where to keep him at. However, I gotta hand it to Magician right there. That back air into the focus punch to defend himself, knowing that he had an instant punish coming right back was clean.
Oh, yeah.
But Teddie's still in the driver's seat. We'll see where he's gonna take us.
Yeah. Magician is definitely not obvious though. Ken is one of the most, I'd say one of the most versatile characters in making comebacks just because of how versatile his combos are. You can make probably 60% there. Missing that down tilt. A bit uncharacteristic for Magician because he's really solid on those confirms usually.
Doubled up there to try and get something going for Magician. Magician's starting to chip away a little bit right
He's
here.
closing that gap quicker and quicker by the moment. Teddie has to make a little bit move here. You want to like at least 50%, I feel like.
Ooh, had a breakthrough on the dancing blade, but didn't feel confident enough. He didn't finish it. So now he's gonna try and get the ledge right there. Hops on over, gets him a back air. Forward air, not gonna go through. He almost
Town and
converted
City,
off
yeah.
of it. Yep.
That's the stage pick coming into play there because Town and City does have the highest ceiling blast zone, so great counter pick there by Teddie to kind of realize that and use it to his advantage. Nice, great patience.
Not falling for those baits. Those baits are scrub killers.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta be careful. However, Magician is starting to kill it himself. That was a nice back air. It almost took the stock
That
right there.
should
That
have.
will take the stock, and now
Yeah.
Teddie will, although he does have somewhat of a lead, he does have to play with a lot of urgency with now because now he's on his final stock instead.
I would even say urgency here. I feel like Teddie has to be the one to just kind of let the game come to him. You don't want to overextend against Ken.
That is very true. If you do overextend, that's how you walk right into the bait and punish. You know, he's
Nice
like,
throw there. Great pressure there by Teddie. Catch the low recovery? No. A little bit unconfident. It might have been the angle that Magician took, but
that was a great up tilt by
that's
Magician.
going to be 70%.
70%. Ooh,
Great
almost
call
called
off
him out.
Magician.
And like you said, that stage pick came in handy once again because if that was Battlefield, if that was Smashville, or maybe PS2, Teddie's dead off the top right there.
You can notice that Teddie's getting antsy here. He's kind of looking just for that kill move. He's got to take his pay and slow it down here.
Magician, however, is just looking. Although he is at 171% right now, at 177. Really letting it build up. One good up tilt from
That was
Lucina
dead.
could kill, but however, he is playing with those ranges right now. He's playing in the fire.
So not going to kill.
That's not going to kill.
Very
Teddie tried to punish the outburst of the focus kick.
I
Is
don't
that
think
what's called, focus kick?
Yeah, I think so. It might just be focus attack.
Focus attack? We'll talk football. Focus attack.
He's going to stuff the approach out from Magician there with that back air. If I'm Teddie, though, I would be a little bit worried, though, because he had so much control at that start of the game, and it kind of just slipped away from him right there.
Yep, but he was able to come back and clutch it up, so that is a good sign out there. And I think we're going to see a lot of best of threes, best of five sets, because we're going to see all these players making good adaptations, and we're going to really watch them work for it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I really feel Teddie had to work for it a little bit. Sometimes you do have to take a patience where you have to understand the matchup a little bit, and I think that's what Teddie did right there.
Oh, yeah. I really like the adaptations coming in from Teddie. The biggest thing I feel like is he just has to be able to stick to his game plan near the end of the game. We saw it really effectively at the start, drifted away a bit, so just got to remind himself even after like maybe a stock loss, like what do I want to accomplish in this match? I'm really interested to see what Magician picks here. Maybe PS2?
Maybe Dreamland GB?
We wish.
We're going to go to that Dreamland? Or the group.
Cal
Oh, we're going to go to Cal.
Why would you have Kalos open? I feel like that kind of just brings that inherent stuff like we saw in the FD. I understand there might be like, there's a bigger ceiling on Kalos still, but I feel like
I think Kalos does have the biggest ceiling. Or is that Town?
I believe it's Town. I might be incorrect on that.
Because it feels like sometimes, as like when I play Falcon and I up smash somebody at 100, sometimes they don't die.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like Kalos is this. But you know, for Falcon you want to kill off on the sides, but for Ken you want to kill off the top. Both Ken and Ryu specialize killing off the top.
He does have crescent kick though. Ken can go down tilts into proximity jab crescent kick. That's pretty solid, I've seen. Just like that precision right there. Nothing off of it though.
Nice there to go.
You can kind of see Magician. He's kind of, when he's getting this wedge trap situations, he's taking a step back and waiting Teddie to fall into it.
Very good patience right there by Teddie. Didn't want to have enough punish to go right there. Ooh, tries to go off and punches.
There's a great reversal attempt, but just off on the mark. Great grab.
Good call out, good call out. Like that.
Is he gonna catch his focus here? Oh, went for it. Catching the overextension. He's just gonna step back here, just like I said.
Yep, and I like how Magician was holding stage there for a minute, but now he lost the control.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try and he's subtly approaching a little bit. He's just walking forward and shielding, trying not to get hit by a stray nair or a fair of some sort. The dancing blade comes through right there, and ooh, very good job right there by Magician, knowing that if he had went for the Tatsumaki, he would have died.
Death.
And Teddie is dead for it. Overextension, you overdid it. You overdied.
Yeah. If Teddie can get the stock here, though, I feel like it won't be too much of an issue, but just as I say that, Magician applying on that pressure.
Yep, and don't forget, though, this is where a lot of players run away with it because they see that those 3 big red numbers and they want to get that big killing hit.
Oh, yeah.
Then they start fishing for it, and when you start fishing for it and coming up nothing for it, you start losing that stock.
Yep. Inside by Magician there, but that down air is going to cut off the side. Pretty unorthodox, but 184% anything basically going to kill.
All right. Tries to fire some Hadokens off the platform, keeping them busy. Ooh, I like
nice control by Teddie here, flipping the script and now with the percent lead.
Just 4 hits right there, just like that. Lucina is one of those characters who can build up, not really combos, but like just throw your sword out. Let me build some damage up and then scare you. Very good job by Teddie right there, calling out the jump.
He's just waiting for Magician to press that button, and that is going to be a smooth 0 to death from Teddie.
And Teddie is in good control at the moment right now, taking that platform once again. I think this might be what Teddie needed because not only is he building himself a home on both platforms, he really is not too like upset about, you know, if he gets grabbed or jabbed like that, he can survive off the top.
Yeah.
And Kalos, and because he's surviving off the top, it's Kalos, he feels a lot more confident to go in and just do a couple of damage.
That was an amazing call. I didn't even know that went that far to the platform, honestly.
All right, so here we go. Last stock situation. 1-1 on each. How is Teddie going to play this?
Teddie with a slight lead, but he's the one pushing the advantage, honestly, which I find awkward since he has stage control.
Yep. Now, the stage control is really shifting in this round.
Oh, yeah.
We see Magician, it's Magician, and it's Teddie. We have no constant Teleware, so that's how you let you know this is very close.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Great confirm. The crescent kick just missing its mark.
Yep, and he almost got the spike out of it, trying to call him out. Teddie's now at 91%. Now, Magician playing this one really well.
Oh, boy. I thought he was going to focus attack.
Show you can. That's going to be death. And Magician, that was a very back and forth set.
Oh, yeah. No, great job to Magician, though, making those adaptations when he needed it most to take that set 2-1 and advancing himself into